And welcome back everyone to the next episode of Software Inc. Impossible Mode. Where we left off, we've released our first puzzle game, and it is actually doing way better than we actually expected. So far, it's actually made a profit of 4 million, and I'm currently porting it to 2 operating systems. Now, I think the goal for this episode is to continue increasing the size of our team, and maybe move to the actual hardware building, but we'll have to see. We might I don't know if we're gonna do something like that straight off the bat, but if it's not the case, then we'll just move right away. And another thing that I actually did not think about until now is I actually want all of these spaces down here to be individual teams themselves. So me having a private office here, for prime example, I don't think I'd actually want. I'd probably want it in something like this. So I actually did lease a room for this. I know it's smaller than the one that we have down here, but I feel like that the space can be more efficiently used. So I'm gonna quickly move him up. I might do a little time lapse of it, but yeah. And now that I moved him up here, we created a little space for my guy, and we actually leased out every single room on the second floor. I think our plan with this is, since we pretty much have a team down here specifically for Hellfire Puzzle, we're now going to create more separate teams to focus on other things. So I don't think we'll get straight into project management right away, but I at least want to get the teams rolling as quickly as possible so we can pretty much cover every single area as early as possible. But yeah, since we actually moved this as well, we already pretty much have the necessary people that we have down here. What I might do for this is make it into a canteen slash lounge kind of thing. I'm actually going to remove this security camera. I actually did put security cameras in every single room. I just put one besides about the door, and then I also put one in my own little room as well. I still gotta add one in this room, but I just added it, so... I don't really know... I don't think I'll have cooks at all, but I might. One, like, literally just one dude coming in around lunchtime. You know, yeah, I actually could do that. So, what I could do is... because I don't want to have him, like the actual cook guy, right next to the bathroom. So what I might do is something like this. I'll create like a little area for him. We'll get a stove here. And then maybe we'll probably just bring this out one more. Have a stove, then do a fridge. Something like that. And maybe get him a table for aesthetic reasons. Something like that. And then what I could do is, for the serving tables, I could just have something like this, maybe. And then for the actual tables themselves, or like where people will eat, I could just put it right here. And just have something like that. Just put these guys all around there. I wonder if they'll actually be able to reach those. I hope so. But get your serving. It's not, oh yeah, they're already placed in this, never mind. How are we gonna put it up this room? We could put plans how we normally do it right here. We can't put it any there, that's completely fine. What we can do is have a vending machine. I can have it placed, there we go. Maybe have a table back here, have it like a glass table. We can put a espresso machine. Something like this. And to follow the theme. So I don't know if I said it in this video before, but how I have actually been coloring everything is, since we're still in the 1980s, I want to give it more of that feeling of it's not entirely modern yet. So like the whole like dark browns, dark gray, stuff like that, that kind of color scheme, that's kind of what I've been trying to fit with this. And whenever we do create our own custom building, which is not too far off in the future, honestly, I'd probably say Or it just depends on how far we get in this kind of episode, but I'd probably say that we can easily do it within the next like 1 or 2 episodes. That we can actually start creating our own custom building and stuff. But I kind of want to always follow the general theme of like the year. So like since it's like 80s, not even close to the 90s yet almost. I want that kind of like dark wooden theme. I don't really know how to explain it that well, but I think you guys get what I mean. And then like as we get more modern, the more modern teams that we'll have. So like whenever we create like a network team, they'll be a little more modernized, but still kind of follow the theme of like the 80s, 90s. Whenever I actually decide to create it, you know, I could probably create it today actually. But yeah, uh, I don't know if I wanna. I don't think we have TVs yet. No, that's unlocked in 1995. Yeah. I'll go ahead and put light sources in here. It's not the greatest, but it'll have to do. See, these guys pretty much have lighting from both inside and from the sun, given where the table is. I don't know if I want to add anything else to this area. Maybe 1 or 2 more plants. That's in a really bad spot. Maybe something like that. And then I can add paintings. I'll just add a picture of a tree. So like something like that. And then get the old brown kind of wooden theme going on like that. And did I limit? Let's do that. And then along with that, we're actually going to hire cleaning, maintenance, and IT support. They're all just gonna come in at the same time. We're going to hire a cook, and we're gonna have them come in at 10 and leave at 2. So right around that time is when people start like coming in for like lunch and etc. So yeah, we'll go get this fast forward and stuff. I think it's actually almost at the end of the day now. So let's see if people actually use this at all. You know, one thing I actually could add instead of a mm, you know what? I'm gonna remove one of these plants, and just for this, I'm going to add a fridge in here as well, but one for employee meals. So something like that, and then let's do like a salad block one. Yeah, so you're starting to make meals now. People are actually coming in to eat. Yeah, that works well. Sweet. And yeah, since we don't have that many employees, we literally only have 6 in total, including me. This food is pretty much just gonna stay there for eternity. And now that we have created a second floor specifically for another team, what I'm thinking of doing is we're actually going to be creating a 2D team. I might just calling it 2D editing team, or just 2D editing maybe, something like that. We'll think of a better name in the future. But we have a total of 16 shares. I am going to give them a leader, and their leader's office will be this one right here. God, I really love the aesthetical feel and the, like the lighting, like specifically right there. That looks amazing. Like this is a proper office, like afternoon, that kind of setting. Like the sun is just starting to slowly go down, and yeah, this is awesome. I want to give this feeling to every single room. And now that we have his specific office, I made it in a theme. Since they're the 2D team, then they're going to be focused more on like the 2D aspects. So the leader, of course, has to have 4 cat paintings. Because why not? But now that we have that out of the way, we're actually going to start hiring now. I'm not going to fill all these rooms right off the bat. I think we probably don't have enough money to actually do that. I'd probably start filling them up maybe around 7 to 10 million when we really start having no money issues. But we're gonna hire a lead. We're gonna have him actually be uh we could have him be an artist. And we will have it a seller and high. Go ahead and put for 2D editing. Out of all of these, who has automation? This guy's actually Vince. He's promising. These guys are actually really good. I want someone that can hold meetings as well, but I don't think we'll be that lucky for the time being. This guy unfortunately forgets his specialization yeah, specialization though. I don't know. I do not know. I guess we'll just do him. Why not? And then we're just going to set up HR management. Budget can stay the same. Hire for best roles. Education on 3. We'll have 2 people out for education at a given point, and we'll just do 2, 2, 2, 2. Select all. It'll mainly only be on 2D. Traits, skills. What else? We don't want these two. These two are absolutely bad. And high salary. I think that's good. Gonna stick with that. We'll go to employees. We will go and select him as leader. And then he was an artist, right? So we'll just have a secondary role as artist. And then what we'll immediately go and do is set up a 2D editor. As to what we can call it, we can probably do like light 2D. Because the theme around this is I want people to think of it as a light form of a 2D editor. So like the same kind of things that like Photoshop would give you, but the amount of storage space you would need on a computer is far less than like anything that's on the market. Uh, put it on 2D. I know they don't have anything. Actually, we might need to wait until they're actually in and stuff. I don't think it'll let me develop the software right off the bat like that. Yeah, no, well. Salaries are not bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and create this 2D editor. Call it light 2D. We could make it. No, I don't want to make it subscription based. I do know that if we ever make like more games in the future, I want every single one of them be subscription based. I've never actually done that before, so I think it'll be pretty fun. We don't have an SMC or SEM. I actually might do that source control. We can give it layers. Actually hand this off to 2D editing before we forget. Brush levels and curves, dynamic brushes. Yeah, so this would be it. We'll make this. How much is the 50 difference? We'll do it. Let's do like 65. Or no, 60. No, we'll do 65. Yeah. Framework. I don't think we'll need a framework. I think we'll be good with this. Yeah, we don't need one. Unless existing, maybe. No, we won't use anything. And we'll go ahead and develop that. We'll throw out another few updates for Hellfire Puzzle. See if we can probably port it to anything. We actually might create a porting team as well, and that we don't have anything to port it to. And another thing that we can do, since we actually released it about a year ago now, actually, yeah, it's the year. What we can do is start creating a sequel. months off of 2D editing. It's only gonna be Puzzlecore who's gonna work on this. Eventually, I actually do want to make the bottom floor completely like lounge, canteen, support, and marketing. And the first floor will obviously just be 2D editing, and the third floor will be the puzzle core. So I want every single floor to be a different product in this initial building. Hellfire 2. We still don't have... I don't think we can even do 3D yet. I guess it's literally just gonna stick with this. Another thing that I actually have noticed right away, which I actually completely forgot to do, is during this initial thing, I believe some of the people who are actually working this on the 2D team are actually not doing anything right now. So while I work on a 2D editor, I actually will give them some contract work. And hopefully that will make me some money from them. We'll just do that. And at least every single one of them are actually working on something. You know, one thing I actually do want to do, there goes my throat, is since we actually saw the amounts of people who are needed on the actual 2D editors, so we're just going to bump this up to 8. We're going to go to 4, and then we're going to go 4. Or we can still stick at 2 for this. I didn't even know you can actually do service on this one. Interesting. And then salaries, it's about 80,000. So I think this is when we actually break that initial 100,000 barrier. We'll go ahead and promote these both. Yeah, they're not working in anything anymore. So what we could do, we'll just finish these. Were they inadequate? Yeah, inadequate. You know, since these guys are not doing anything, we could also just assign them to Hellfire Puzzle. Maybe increase the 2D a bit on it. So at least they're actually doing something. Will that work? No. What can I give them then that they'll actually be able to do? We can probably create another game. Maybe platformer? Yeah, we could do this. And then we'll just call it, There was an old game that I actually played many years ago called Plasma Burst too. We could do that. Plasma Burst? Well, I don't, let's call it Plasma Thrust. Oh, that's stupid. What about, I don't know. Light Burst. We'll call it Light Burst. And then, obviously, the price for it is way over what we actually want. So we'll do it, we'll bring it down to like 45. And we will give it to the 2D team. We'll create a framework for this, so call it LB 85. So something like that. And then we're not gonna add any operating. Actually, no, we can add operating systems. Man, maybe I can't speak again. I'm sick right now, if you couldn't tell. I want to add the newest ones. Yeah, right, and we'll start developing that. I don't think they're actually going to be working. They might work on it after it starts getting developed and stuff. Product has ran out of copies, it seems like. Order like 250,000? There's no competition for this, surprisingly. I don't think people are really making any games. Or at least not that many, if anything. There's a game engine. It's mainly just hardware and stuff and antiviruses. Yeah. Oh, there's a horror game. We could go into the horror game market and immediately take it over. Yeah, yeah. These guys eventually will work on something, but for now, I guess it's just whatever. I do want them to focus mainly on the 2D editor, though. So we could at least have that and not have to pay that much for using other 2D editors. Because like royalties, for example, is nearly 70,000 every single month, 40,000 for that month. Yeah, so for, I guess in the beginning, most of them probably won't be doing much. And you know, while we're at it, since we're going to be starting to increase the amount of floors that we have and the amount of teams, we have another team office right here. This is actually going to be our server room. And if I, that's not what I meant to grab. We're on the medium servers right now, so we'll still need tables for them. I'm not gonna add a lot, considering that we won't really have good ventilation. You know what? Could we do this outside? I've never tried that. Just having servers like this outside. Oh, I see. I just don't want those, period, then. A medium server. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't let you go outside. Oh, that's a shame. I was thinking that if you were to have it outside, would, if there was something like in the air or whatever, like, I don't know, I doubt it even exists in the game, but like if you were managing to have servers outside, would the air, like the outside air, be able to cool it off, especially during like winter months? I want it to be more of a gray color, something like that. So since we're starting to get more into the modern era of computing, then I kind of want it to follow a similar color scheme. Okay, we'll go ahead and connect all of these, and we will grab the color of that. And servers, we will go ahead and change the color of that. One thing I actually have always done to organize servers is whatever color the server is, which I always color every single one of them, and especially like the set of them or whatever, I'd have them the same color so I know like which one is which. It's so good. And we'll call this the source control management. Eventually we'll actually add a public like hosting one. I'm not on the beta version, I guess you want to call it, for the like the newest update for the distribution. I will do that eventually, but for now I'm kind of just wanting to stay away from that because that's like I've never messed with any of that stuff. But it might be fun if I like switch over to it on the save. But for now, we'll stick with the little stuff. So look at that. Hellfire Puzzle actually made 1,000,000 last month. I don't think it's made 1,000,000 before. Yeah, this was the first month that I actually made 1,000,000. We released it almost 2 years ago, and it's peaking as of last month, which is actually kind of crazy. It still doesn't have competition, surprisingly. Do we need to port it again, maybe? Oh yeah, we do. Thought operating system had nearly 700,000. Of course we do. We're gonna finish this. We'll finish the bugs on that later. And Hellfire Puzzle 2 is almost done. Once Light 2D gets to like the third iteration, maybe, then I will probably start developing it. One issue that I have been seeing though is we're lacking on system. And it's mainly just because that our 2D editors have very little system at all. In fact, programming wise, they don't actually have any level 3s, and artists don't have any level 3s as well, which might be a slight issue. So what we could do is once the people in there retire, we can pick both 2D and system. So hopefully they'll have 2 specializations with that. So there's actually one thing I did notice as well is I don't know when the tech date was actually released, but we now have 3D. It was actually just this year alone. So what we could do is use this floor to be the 3D editing team, and we'll create a what do you call it? I can't even copy that, can I? I'm on Inbuilder mode. What? And we will simply do this. And this next floor will be specifically the 3D team. So we can go ahead and create that as well. 3D editing. And since this is pink, this one is pink, we'll make this a probably like a dark purple, maybe. Something like that. Go ahead and copy this. Go ahead and select the entire floor and select. No, I won't be able to do that. Go ahead and select all the furniture. Change the colors on these. Like so. And boom. And for the actual leader himself, what are we gonna do? The exact same thing. I'll add the painting. Actually, I'll add the paintings now. Like that. But instead of these being that, it'll be like a tree. It'll be different color too. And now that I recolored everything, we now have this 2D floor and the 3D floor. Now we're actually going to assign... Am I doing? Yeah, I actually need to... I completely forgot to recolor this guy. There you go. And limit this room usage to liters and 3D editing. Go ahead and do it to every single team. Like so, and boom. And as we did before, we'll go ahead and hire a 3D level or a lead for a guy. He will be an artist as well. Maybe. Yeah, to follow the theme with us. Go ahead and do that. Ooh, I'm not liking what I see so far. Yeah, all these are really bad. This guy, on the other hand, he has the exact same stats as before. He forgets his specialization, though. We'll hire him anyways. We'll go ahead and make him a leader. Change all those roles. And then artist secondary. Actually, since his stats were not the greatest, we're just gonna have him lead. And as for the HR management, we'll do as what we did for the 2D team. Have the budget of 1 million. Have 2 people on it. Do 8 programmers, 4 and 2. Specializations will just be 3D and system. Do the salary to high. Of course, fast learner, we do not want anyone who calls in sick more often and breaking their computer. We don't allow that here. And we'll wait until the next day, and then we'll start on our 3D stuff, and hopefully we can take over that market extremely quickly. Even though this thing was released like 2 years ago, it's still peaking. Like, look at that. Nearly 2 million in just that 1 month. We might have to port it again, honestly. Yeah, this one was released last year, so we'll definitely port that. Or all of them were? Let's do these 3, considering that they were the newest. They were released last year. And then we might have to, yeah, we'll do this. Do a little update on that. Then we'll order some copies. We'll do 200. Let's do 350,000, 500 or 500,000, 100,000 more than last time. I don't want to order too many because eventually this thing will stop selling and it'll flop. And then since we have, let's actually focus on the porting for this. What was I doing? Since we now have the people, I'm assuming, for the 3D editing team, yeah. How much is salaries? Do we have to worry about that? I think it's probably still going to be around, or it's either going to be under 200,000 or around 200,000. Yeah, so we'll be fine. So put this to 3D editing. And then we'll go ahead and go to 3D editor. We'll call it light 3D. Pretty much follow the same theme before. Actually, no, we'll be heavy 3D. Instead of it being the same theme as before, we want this to be the biggest thing you have on your storage on your computer. And then as for, you need to enable 3D graphics to enable this feature. What does that mean? Ah, it's not supported by anything. Interesting. Well, we could just do this. At least system. That'll be fun. And then we want this to be 75. No, we'll do 85. 80. And then I don't remember how I did it before. We'll just do heavy. Heavy 3D. And then this came out in 8. Well, this was suddenly released in 86. We'll go ahead and develop that. And we'll get rocking and rolling. Yeah, look at the colors of that though. That's so cool. The one thing I actually am wanting to do is, since I do have leadership, am I a leader in the thing? Yeah, I am. I'm actually gonna educate myself really quickly. Hopefully I didn't just fire myself. No, I didn't. Actually, I can't do hiring though. I can just manually do it, I guess. And then marketing, level 3 marketing, nice. This person's actually the only one who handles marketing. Interesting. What is my budget on this? I can increase this to like 25,000. And then what I can do for my puzzle core team is go to programming, go to designer. That. And hire you. And hire you. I don't think that's it, right? Yeah. And then for support, we can probably hire one more support. Secondary none. This person actually has a lot of leadership. But they pay like they want 500 more than this dude, who has the same amount of stuff besides leadership. So I'd rather have this dude. And then for marketing, we'll give him one more dude. Can't get anyone? Okay. Alright, so now what we actually can do now, since both of these are actually in the 3rd iteration, I'm not going to really wait for the 4th iteration. Considering that I actually did check, it doesn't really seem like there's much competition in the 2D market at all, and certainly not for 3D editors. I don't think so, at least. And if so, people are releasing other things, so I can pretty much just kick them out immediately. We actually do have 20 million now, which is actually kind of surprising. This thing has been really carrying us all of early game. This Meng's made a profit of nearly 25 million. It's just continually gone up and up and up. This has this 1 month where it was really crazy. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start developing these. We'll go ahead and have our marketer. Hello? Is he not? I thought he was. Unless he's still on vacation. Interesting. I guess we have to hire marketing. That's just fun, honestly, but we'll just hire the top three. And then we'll wait until next month until they come, then we'll actually market these. We're not going to put a date on them yet. I usually don't actually do that until, like, it's actually in beta. Do that. So that we can develop this now, and we'll also create a preemptive press release for it. Put you at the top. Close these. And light burst. We might still keep this. I don't know yet, though. But, let's see how fast these actually... I think this is probably going to finish faster than this. White TD is a little risky, considering that we still have the old team. So, like, a lot of these people do not have almost any system at all compared to, like, 2D. So, like, that's 12 right there. It's crazy that this thing's still making money. Let's fix these bugs really quickly. Oh, hey, there's a cat. Oh, he just zoomed off. Oh, there he is, look. I swear these cats just run so fast in this game. Oh, there's another one. Huh. Yeah, this thing is still chugging out money. That's cool. I feel bad for this cook, though, like... He's managing... Or he's cooking for, like, an entire company all by himself, and he's, like... I wouldn't say barely able to keep up, but, like, that's a lot of cooking for one dude. I don't want to hire more, but since we actually do have multiple floors now, I think we need more of cleaning, maintenance, and IT. So let's do one more of each, maybe? Yeah, we'll have them come in at 12. And I leave at the same time as the other guys. And then since we actually were, what do you call it? We were robbed before. Let's do something like this. So we'll have one security guy come in at the same time as, no, we'll have two. We'll have two, because there's two doors. Just have them come in right as our people come in. I know robberies usually happen during the night, but I don't feel a need to actually do that right now. You know, interesting enough, considering that there's not enough room in here, there's still people going outside over here, which I'm perfectly fine with. Also, speaking of that, money trees. Easy $96 on my life. Oh, and I think this thing flopped. Yeah, that's fine. We'll keep this, the marketing for the original one, but we'll start promoting this now. We will put a public release on it. We'll do it for like April. And then I know this is not finished, but we'll just release that. I'll close these two. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, yeah, I won't be able to port it to anything yet. And let's see. Oh, look, more 96. 96 is everywhere. But we're gonna see how well this actually does. We'll put out a public build, or press build, whatever it's called. I didn't realize I was in the slow motion there. Was it because there was competition? No, I don't know. Oh, it just ran out of copies. I didn't realize that. Let's give it 300. Let's just do 250 this time. Because we'll have the second one coming out early next year. Oh, I wouldn't say early, but early to mid next year. It'll come out in quarter two. And yeah, that thing is still making money, so we'll be fine. Yeah, it has almost 1,000 followers. Nice. 3D editor's actually almost done. 2D editor's still chugging along. It's mainly... Oh, the art prop. Okay. I thought it was going to be the code, in all honesty. Interesting. For this, we'll actually put hype on it. For all of these guys, why is that assigned to support? That should definitely not be a thing. Okay, I think everything's good now. Does this need updated at all? No. 3D editor is now out. So we'll go ahead and put a release date on that. We'll release it for April again. We'll have mini releases in April. I don't think we'll have 2D out by April. We'll probably have it out by like August or September, maybe. We're gonna go ahead and remove the hype off of it, off of this, and then we'll put out a press build. As for this, we'll go ahead and release that, and then we'll put out a press build for this as well, and then Lightburst is an iteration for, so we can actually start developing that and setting up. We won't do marketing for this. We'll bring this down to like 20,000. We'll have to see how good our marketers are when it comes to having two other products released at the exact same time. And then we'll put 2D down there. And it is the month of April. Today's the day. Today's the day. Today's the day. We get to release both of these. We're going to go ahead and do that now. Heavy 3D released. Let's see how many they get. It's not the worst, but it's not the greatest either. Marketing budget will be 15,000. And then order copies will do 300,000 at the start. And then we'll put you at the top. That is. What am I looking at? Okay, so Hellfire Puzzle. We knew this was actually going to do well, so this is actually going to have a marketing budget of 50,000 and 1 million copies, as always. Put you at the top as well. We're going to not update this, and we're going to update this, though. Do that, we can probably port these guys, Puzzle Core. Oh yeah, look at all these people. We'll only do the recent ones. I guess we can add the 80 through there. Ooh. No, we'll do to that. 200, if there's anything below 200,000, I won't really do it unless it explodes. Add that. Oh yeah, they needed to work on that, did they? And heavy 3D. We'll see if you need ported to anything as well. I'm assuming yes. Not that many, so the top 3. And we'll just see how it goes. I don't think we'll finish any of these updates at the start. Oh, we actually finished this one at least. Nice. This guy ran out of copies again. Let's just do 400,000 this one, so we don't have to worry about it for a considerable amount of time. And Hellfire Puzzle. The second one made 1.5 million at the start, and 3D made about 500,000. Not the worst. That's kind of what I expected for the 3D in particular. I don't think it has competition right now. Nope, it does not. As for what's in stock, it only has 8,000 users. It's fine, that's whatever. But yeah, that's actually really good. I'm assuming it's gonna say that this is competing with itself now, right? At least next month. Let's see. I don't think it's gonna update. Yeah, this thing is making nearly 1 million already. Do we have to get more stocks for this at all? No, we're still good. I got 1 million from that. Yeah, it seems like it's going very well. See how it does tomorrow. Yeah, this thing's gonna make 1 million next month. This is already making, oh my, this is actually making 3 million per month now. Look at that. It's already made a profit. Second one right here. The refunds on it compared to the first one is actually really high though. Ooh. But we are making bank. Look at that. We're already almost at 40,000. Do they need updates at all? It needs bug fixes. We'll go at it and do bug fixes. The porting for Hell Puzzle 2 is actually a must done. Go ahead and finish these. Set up another one right here. And yeah, made 1 million now. Well, I can't even keep up with support. How many support people do we have? 4. What kind of stuff do they actually have? Like, how good are they? Oh, they're both... Ooh, we might have to upgrade our service team. But that's going to be a next time thing. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, then leave a like on the video. And if you loved the video, then go and leave a sub. I do have a Discord. The link's down in the description if you want to come and talk. Or like give me ideas and like the type of videos that I can create, or just any ideas for the series in particular, then go ahead and just send me a message, send it in Discord, do whatever you like. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day.